Hi, I'm Lee Ramang from Delkim, and I'm here with Mark Coulson from Total Carp, and we're going to talk about a brand new product that we're launching, which is the SlimLite Indication Set.
Right, so I've genuinely not seen this before. From afar and the odd Facebook picture, but I've not seen it in use. And I'm intrigued by it because first thing that I notice is it's very much sort of scaled down compared to the system that you've already got.
Yeah, so what we've gone for is a very lightweight illuminated bobbin that you can use in windy conditions.
Right.
So what we've got, first of all, is a bobbin with 2-position line clip. So it has a free running position, which is just the first position.
Yep.
And then if you pull down, you have now a semi-fixed position. Okay.
So you can fish with slat lines,
yeah,
or conventional.
Slat lines or conventional. Yeah. But the clever thing is using this
carbon arm, is it?
Carbon arm. So this is called the SlimCarb Stabiliser.
Yeah.
So you've got the SlimLite bobbin and the SlimCarb Stabiliser, and this allows the bobbin to travel up and down the arm, and it doesn't affect the movement of it at all. So it is acting as a hanger at all times. Yeah. All it's doing is stopping it moving in the wind.
As opposed to a rigid arm, where it can only move on the arc of the arm itself.
Exactly, and you've seen here with in the free running position, so the bobbin is traversing up and down the arm. It's having no effect on where it wants to go. It's literally stopping it, and you'll see this in more detail when I put it into the fixed position. So that's pulling down.
Yep.
And there, if you're slack lining or you want to fish with a semi-fixed clip, it moves. It will pull towards the arm. Brilliant. But then as it gets to the top, it pulls into the running position.
Yeah, it pops out.
So it stays on the line. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want your bobbin to stay on the line when you're fishing. So you get that indication at all times.
And obviously the beauty of it is, as you touched on at the beginning, the fact that you've even got that arm, if it's at all windy, there's none of this sideways movement, false bleeps.
No.
And
our field testers have been using them in really strong winds and really, without any weight on at all, and have found them to be perfect. And this really is useful for not just for carp anglers, but for specimen anglers too. The actual weight of the bobbin is about 5 grams. So it will come with additional weights. Right. We're going to include a 3 gram, a 5 gram and a 10 gram weight, and they screw on the bottom.
Right.
So that you've got a 3 gram weight on here at the moment.
Like a drag weight.
Yeah.
So it just screws in and then obviously
That's it. It's got a little, if you can see, a little slot in there, so it just fits over and screws on. There we go.
Brilliant.
So you can add weight, as necessary. But that clever part of it, just going up and down the arm, is,
That is really clever, really clever. I like that. I think you've pretty much covered every single base you could with an indicator system. With the colour, obviously, the body itself is white. Is it?
Yeah, we've gone for the opalescent finish on that. One, it really does enhance the LED colour when it glows up. But firstly, most of the time you're going to sit there and it's not going to be on, and that really does stand out against any background that you're fishing. A watery background or a grassy, foliage background, that really does stand out. So you're going to see everything that's going on, and and having such a lightweight bobbin with the way that this is set up really helps, enhance the sensitivity of the Delkim.
Yeah, I mean it's not weightless, but it's not far off, is it?
No.
But that freedom of movement along the arm, it pretty much creates a weightless bobbin.
The key thing is you've now got the ability to use a really lightweight bobbin in windy conditions, which you've never been able to do. No. And it lights up as well.
And obviously that you can get them in the colours to match the colour of your alarm
they go in, and it's always you must match each LED to your alarm. It's always recommended to go that way. It comes with its own base as well when it comes, or you'll have an attachment to go on your d-lok.
Oh yeah, right. So if you've already got the d-lok system on your Delkims,
it's got an alternative bar. You see that slightly narrower because we don't want it to move around. So you'll be able to replace that on your d-lok. So it's all there. It's taken quite a lot of time and effort and development in getting there, but we think we've made an extremely versatile little
Well, I remember first talking to you about these. 6, 7, 8 months ago. And for me, that is testament to the quality of the product. We know that with Delkim, everything that gets produced, it's done to the best possible quality. Now, I know how long it's taken you to get these right, and we had a short conversation before coming into the studio, and we agreed that it's better to take longer and get it absolutely right than rush it out there and there be any sort of problem.
You know, we've worked long and hard to make sure that you know, this bobbin can travel, and I'll put it back into the fixed position again, and you'll see you know, that it can go exactly where it wants to go. And again, you know, the magnetic clip, that's a painted system.
Right.
So, you know, being that you know, semi-fixed position to running position with that magnet means it never gets loose. It stays the same all the time. It'll never wear out because it's magnetic. It always stays the same. So you're not going to get it gets softer over time.
Yeah, because some sort of bobbins that you use for certainly for slackline fishing, you pull it into a whatever the clip is, and over time that clip essentially opens out, doesn't it? That's not going to happen.
No,
is it?
Absolutely not. And again, you know, we've been working long and hard on that. So, you know, you know, it's an additional bobbin to our range, but we think that, you know, it's a really versatile little indicator there.
I really like that. Really like that. Having used your previous system, which I like, and then obviously you made a compact version of that, but this is something altogether different, isn't it? Because it's not fixed. The fact that that is going to stop any wind, but yet that can still travel freely, I think you've absolutely nailed it. So Lee, could you use just the bobbin bit on its own and not with the arms?
Well, yeah, you could if you wanted to, but why would you? You know, the arm adds no weight to it, and it's only ever going to get potentially windy when you're fishing. So, you know, why not have it there all the time? And then you've not got to add it at a later date when the wind gets up.
And obviously it just plugs into the bottom of the Delkim itself.
Yeah, like the other night lights that we've made, it just plugs in the output socket of that. And, you know, just to say, you know, it's sold as a set, so you get the arm, the bobbin, the weight, the little replacement bar that all comes as a set. They're going to retail at $34.99.
Right.
It'd be a little bit extra for the purple, £2.50.
Right.
But, you know, we think that's a really competitive price.
Yeah, when you think what you're getting, and it's genuinely one of those products that could not necessarily transform your fishing, but it's genuinely going to make a big difference to anglers using them, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, everybody at the moment wants to use light bobbins, and you know, but one of the major disadvantages of light bobbin is it gets blown around in the wind.
Yeah.
Well, you know, nobody's done anything like this before, and you know, it's a development from the DuoCarb that we've been making, but we think now we have such a complete range of visual indication systems that, you know, everybody has a choice, and you know, these will be in the shops very, very soon.
Brilliant. I think you're onto an absolute winner there, Lee. Nice one. Well done.
Cheers, Mark.